I didn't lose her, I found myself. I didn't fall out of love with her. I fell apart while trying to hold everything together. When we started, things were good. Not perfect, but real. We laughed easily. We made plans without overthinking them. We talked about the future like it was something we were walking toward together, not something distant or fragile. Then life stepped in. Her job became everything. Long hours. Constant pressure. Messages at all hours of the night. Even when we were together, part of her was always somewhere else. I told myself it was temporary. That once things slowed down, we'd find our rhythm again. So I stayed patient. I made excuses for the distance. For the missed calls. For the way I started to feel like an interruption instead of a priority. I convinced myself that loving someone meant enduring the hard parts quietly, without complaint. But the quiet started to change me. Conversations became shorter. Time together felt rushed. When I talked about my day, I could tell she was listening, but not really hearing me. I started choosing my words carefully, afraid of adding more weight to a life that already seemed too heavy. I tried to be supportive. I really did. I listened. I reassured her. I gave space when she asked for it, even when that space felt like distance instead of breathing room. What I didn't realize was how much of myself I was putting on hold. There were nights I'd sit alone, staring at my phone, wondering if I was being understanding, or just invisible. I started shrinking my needs, telling myself this was what commitment looked like. That wanting less from her somehow made me a better partner. That was the moment I should have paid attention. I brought it up once. Carefully. I told her I missed her. That I felt like we were drifting, even though we were technically still together. She didn't get defensive. She didn't argue. She just looked exhausted. She said she didn't have anything left to give. That honesty hurt more than anger ever could. We kept going after that. Not because things improved, but because neither of us wanted to admit what was happening. Life kept pulling her forward, and I stayed where I was, hoping love would somehow close the gap. Eventually, I noticed something I couldn't ignore. I wasn't happy anymore. Not with her. Not without her. And slowly, not even with myself. I realized I was measuring my worth by how patient I could be, how quiet I could stay, how little space I took up in her already full life. The relationship wasn't broken because of a lack of love. It was broken because it required me to keep shrinking to fit circumstances I couldn't control. The end didn't come with yelling or blame. It came quietly. One honest conversation where we both admitted that timing, pressure, and life had taken more than we could afford to give. Walking away felt like failure. But staying would have meant abandoning myself completely. After it ended, the silence was heavy at first. No texts. No waiting. No anxiety over whether I mattered that day. I didn't realize how much emotional noise I had been living with until it disappeared. And slowly, that silence became peace. I started doing things again, for me. I filled my time with things that reminded me who I was before I tried to be everything for someone else. I learned that loving someone shouldn't require you to disappear. She wasn't the enemy. The situation wasn't cruel. But I deserved a life where I didn't have to beg for presents or compete with everything else. I didn't lose her to life. I chose myself within it. And that choice gave me something the relationship couldn't anymore: stability, clarity, and a quiet kind of happiness that didn't depend on anyone else staying.